More fallout tonight from the second largest banking failure in U.S. history as startup founders, among others, scramble to make payroll and people flood their banks wanting to know their money is secure.
Here's a look at how the latest financial crisis impacted stocks today. Not bad considering the gravity of this news. The Dow ended the day down 90 points. The S&P lost close to 6 and the NASDAQ gained nearly 50. CBS 2's Jessica Moore in our newsroom with some encouraging news now from President Biden. Jessica?
Christina Maurice, this morning the president assured Americans their money is safe and that banks are secure as federal regulators step in to rescue the thousands of people whose life work seemed to be in jeopardy over the weekend.
DOTA is the founder of Krea, a venture-backed startup that enables executives to offer coaching, publish content, and manage relationships. She put $4 million of Krea's $5 million into Silicon Valley Bank that essentially disappeared overnight.
It vanished, and I mean, I'm a solo female immigrant founder. Everything that has happened so far was a lot of work to get here. For it to just disappear like that, it just had flashbacks of like, oh my God, do I have to go back and start all of this again? And what does that journey look like?
By Friday night, the FDIC had taken control of SVB. Over the weekend, panic also led to the collapse of Signature Bank, with customers in New York lining up to demand answers.
I didn't have much sleep last night. Mainly worried about my escrow account because it's money I'm responsible for, but it's not my money.
Today, President Biden announced the federal government is stepping in to rescue the thousands of customers at SVB and Signature banks who lost as much as tens of millions of dollars.
All customers who had deposits in these banks can rest assured. I want to rest assured they'll be protected and they'll have access to their money as of today. That includes small businesses across the country that bank there and need to make payroll, pay their bills, and stay open for business.
The FDIC will insure up to $250,000 per customer. The U.S. Treasury and Federal Reserve will backstop the rest. The president making clear this is not a taxpayer-funded bailout, and not everyone who bet on the two banks will be covered.
Investors in the banks will not be protected. They knowingly took a risk, and when the risk didn't pay off, investors lose their money. That's how capitalism works.
This is one of the biggest banks that has helped so many dreams come true. But I'm hopeful that the government is here to protect the future of innovations.
President Biden also announced this morning that the heads of SVB and Signature Bank will all be fired. He's pushing Congress to implement stronger regulations on all banks moving forward. In the newsroom, Jessica Moore, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Jessica, thank you.